Hi, this is Meg Van Camper back with another video. I had a subscriber actually request to be shown around our van and give a little review and let you know how the van is performing at campsites. So that's what we're going to do today. I am giving you a warning. I am not super techie. I don't know a lot of the things about the van that are like very specific. So if you're looking for that, this is not the video for you. This is just basically an overview of the van, what it looks like, and how it does at the campsites. So if that's something you're looking for, then buckle up and enjoy the ride. Before we get started though, I do want to address the title of this video, which is what they don't tell you about RVing most of the time. And I was trying to be clickbaity because I think this is a really important topic that's not talked about very often, but I won't make you wait until the end. So something that's not talked about very often is the safety around RVs. Class Bs are probably the safest RV on the market, but still, when you really think about it, there's not regulation really around RVs on the road. Some of the manufacturers will crash test, but it's not very often that you'll find that. And when you think about all of the stuff in your vehicle, and you get into a crash, like these have cabinets, everything that's inside of them, all of our gear everywhere. If you get in a crash, it's flying. It's flying around and can hit you and probably kill you. And yeah, it's just, they're not very safe. And when we went to buy this, we asked them if the car came with tethers and anchors, and they assured us that it did. And I don't know, we should have done our own research. And when we brought it home, we realized it did not. And so, thank God, our son right now is facing backwards, but we're actually getting rid of this because he needs to turn around front facing and it doesn't have a tether. So we're going to be selling this soon. But in general, I would say for parents, my lights are flickering. For parents looking to purchase an RV, I just wouldn't. Unless you're going to drive your children in a different vehicle behind. That's what Kaiser suggested when I called and talked about seatbelt safety. They suggested that children not even ride in RVs at all. So our plans are shifting to buying a big van like a Sprinter and just removing the seats and sleeping in the back so that our son is safe. And I still have more research to do on that because some people say the 15-passenger vans are not safe in general. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind as you're purchasing and looking to purchase a camper van or Class C or A or whatever you're looking for. Just really look into the safety features before you make that big purchase, because we came home with a very expensive van feeling like we really made a mistake. So we've enjoyed it while we've had it, but yes, I would definitely research. Okay, enough of that. I will actually show you around the van now, so here we go. Also, I forgot to say that we have the Solis 59P National Parks Edition, so that's what we have, and that's what I'm going to be showing you around. So right here, when you first come in, you have the fridge, and that graphic on there only comes with the National Parks Edition, which I think is really pretty and nice. However, I'm not going to open it. It is a decent size, but because we had to send it into the shop to get work done, unfortunately the power was off and it left some not so nice stuff, and I need to scrub that, so I'm not going to open it. Here you have buttons, so you can do this, and that's going to turn the battery on and off. It is a solar powered, so it's really nice. Your fridge is going to stay on as well as your lights. Right now it's been really cloudy, so the lights are flickering because the battery's not fully on. It's still working, it's just not as good. Here are some USBs, which is great. And this is, I'm not really sure what that is, but it's a something. Right here, you do have 2 seats. They are, they have the full safety seat belts, the 3-point seat belts, which is nice. So my son's car seat can fit in here. It just can't fit in here much longer because of the tether issue. Up here you have all of your things to keep track of your battery, levels of basically everything. My husband does all of this. I'm so sorry I don't have super detailed information, like I said, on how this all works, but that's basically where your panel is for everything you could possibly need to know what's going on with your van. Right here is a cupboard for storage. We keep our food here, it works very well. And then we just added these little hooks to hang our hats because we use a lot of hats. Coming over here, you have a pretty deep pocket, which is nice. We've been able to store a bunch of our stuff here. Usually we put our jackets, and then we keep our window shades that comes with it, to keep you protected at night and safe. This also is a pop top, so that just pops up and you can sleep about 2 to 3 people. I would say 2 adults, maybe 3 children. In the front of the van, I mean, it's just pretty standard, nothing really super fancy about it, but it is really comfortable. The seats do swivel, and I can show you an example of that in a minute. I do really like this one because it comes with Apple Play, AirPlay, I think it's called, and my Android works with it as well, so you don't actually have to be connected to the USB port in order to play your music and have navigation on. I really, really like that. Right here pops up, and it's an extra pocket to keep stuff in there. There's also plenty of cup holders. There's one on the door, there's 3 right here, and then there's another one over on this side. Right here, this is like right next to the passenger seats in the back. There's actually a little compartment that pops up. We used to keep my son's books in here, and it's just nice extra floor space that you can keep whatever whatever gear you need. The National Parks Edition also comes with the specialized, guess like basically embroidery on the window shades, which is really cool. I think it's nice, a little extra touch. Right here is your cooktop. They do have 2, which is nice. We've actually never used it. We just don't like cooking in here. We take our camping stove and just use that outside. But it is nice that it has that, and this glass cover, so it gives you more counter space if you need it. Another thing that it has is this unique counter top. Not all the Solises come with this specific top. It's usually just like plain wood. I forgot to mention over here that this thing right here, a table goes in there. We just don't use it. Usually it's in the back being stored because we just usually eat outside. We like to spend time outside when we're camping, but it is in here if you need it. We have used it to like play cards if it's raining or too cold outside. This is something we added ourselves. It's a little crooked, but if you need a place to keep your paper towels, it's really cheap. We got it on Amazon, and it stays up there even when we're driving, so it's pretty surprising. To continue on in the kitchen area, it does have a sink. I would say it's okay, pretty standard, although when you're, oh my goodness, there is a cat. Cat, get out, cat. This is not my cat, but it's our neighbor's cat, and it's obsessed with us. I don't know why, and it's super cute, but I don't want it in my van. I don't want it in my van. Well, the cat is not leaving, but I will continue on. It does get wet over here when you're trying to do your dishes, and obviously this is the bed, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. Also, oh my god, oh, look at this cat. I'm sorry, look at this cat. What is happening? It's just like makes itself at home in my garage, now in my van. Oh my word. All right, I'm sorry. So the knob here came off like probably the second week we had it. So there are things in this van that are not made very well. And when you're spending so much money on a brand new vehicle, you expect it to not fall apart that easily. So I will say that was really frustrating. Up here, though, you have a place to put whatever you want, really, but we put our soap, our dish soap, and our hand sanitizer, and like a scrub brush, so that's always been really nice to have. Also, up here, you have light switches, which are really nice. And then up here, you have more storage. We would keep a lot of food and cups and stuff. It's pretty decent size. I will say, when we put cereal up here, it couldn't quite fit because of the way this is like kind of shaped, but little cereal boxes are fine where you can lay them flat. Coming up this way, another storage space. We would keep, you know, our utensils and whatever you want. There is like these little notches here and like this piece of wood, but, oh my wood that you can like separate it out, but the piece of wood never actually worked for us, so we just took it out. Moving on to the bathroom, right here is a latch to keep the bathroom closed, but again, another thing, it broke on us, so it doesn't work. So when we're driving around, we can't even make sure that the bathroom stays closed, so we have to put something that keeps it from like flying open on us, which is another annoying little thing. Another annoying little thing is that down here on the bottom there is a magnet that's supposed to be there. Again, within the first 2 weeks, it completely fell off. So it's supposed to keep that closed as well, but it doesn't do that because it fell off. A nice feature is it does have a mirror, so this was really helpful if like you're full-time in your van, or like you have somewhere to be, or you just like to wear makeup and like to look at your outfit. You can see like a pretty decent amount of your outfit with this mirror. Now the actual bathroom itself, it does have a shower and a bathroom in the same space. It's a cassette toilet, so I actually prefer to have a cassette toilet. I just think it's cleaner and easier to use and work with. It also has a little space here to keep your like toiletries or whatever you want, and then it does have this spot for your toilet paper. However, I've never found that very useful. We just usually keep toilet paper right there. Also to know, I've never showered in here. I've only used the outside shower. I don't know, this just kind of freaks me out to take a shower in here, just because I don't want to ruin like the wood. I don't know. People do it all the time. I just personally have never done it. Oh, and then the light is right here on the outside. All right, and then under the bed here, you have a ton of storage. We keep all our gear here. There are little drawers here that open and close. Obviously, we used to keep soda and stuff in there. And then they have this additional little cubby, which is nice. I mean, it's pretty deep in there as well. There are also these mesh kind of things that you can store stuff in there. We have our camping stove, and it keeps it from falling forward, and that's really nice to have. I forgot to mention, under the sink, there are these cupboards, and we just keep, you know, our trash and things under there. And then they also have this drawer here, so you can keep, you know, cooking utensils or whatever you want to use it for. And then the bed. We personally always keep our bed up and made, but these do come up, and then you can use all of this as kind of a garage if you prefer to do that. And there's plenty of space back here. There are also cabinets. We keep all of our clothes and toiletries and everything up here. There's never been a lack of space. It's just plenty of room. My husband and 3-year-old and I, all three of us sleep on here. We're very cozy. It's a comfortable bed. No complaints there. I'll give you kind of a slow-mo view from the front to the back. It's a pretty decent sized van, I will say. One thing I did forget to say is they do have this cutting board here to give you additional counter space if you are cooking or doing something that needs extra countertop space. For anybody out there trying to decide between a Solis, which is on the Ram chassis, or if you're trying to decide with a Sprinter and you're going with like the Mercedes, this option is a lot better for families and people who want to take others with them, like whether they're friends or relatives. The cat is back. So this is going to be much more comfortable. I am a bigger girl, so I can walk right through this space in the middle. But with a Mercedes, you're going to have to, pretty much anyone is going to have to go sideways through, which to me is very uncomfortable, especially when you have multiple people trying to get in and out of the vehicle. I would definitely go with something like this. This is the back of the van. This is unique to the National Parks Edition. It has these storage bins that pull out underneath, which gives you so much extra space. This is part of what sold us on this model specifically, is that it's just so wonderful to have extra space in the back. You also get this little cubby hole, so we filled it with my son's snacks. You have your outdoor water where you fill it up, and it's also a shower. The doors also come all the way back, so this is nice if you're parked and you want to keep the back open. People can still park next to you. It also comes with this custom bug net. I will say it sucks. It's just doesn't work very well. When you try to keep it closed, this part just comes off. So I don't know, I think they could have done that a lot better. The AC unit is right up here. It works okay. We've only used it once because we usually go camping in places that are very cold. But when we did need it, it was okay. Also, this right here is a shower curtain, so it connects to that one over there, and I have used that, and it was nice just to rinse off. The other drawback about this specific model is that it doesn't have lithium batteries, and it also doesn't come with a generator. So you have to be connected to power at a campground or wherever you're at, which isn't necessarily too bad, but in order to run your AC, if you're camping in places that are hot, it's definitely a bummer. We do really love this van though. I wish we didn't have to get rid of it. I wish it was safer. At the end of the day, even if it did have anchors and tethers, we couldn't keep it, because the reality is that RVing is not the safest when you have kids. It's not the safest for anybody, but the safest place in them is in the front. And I'm not going to put my kid in the front. And you can't even attach a car seat to a swivel seat. So, yeah, that's just something to think about if you're a parent out there looking into van life or, just RVing in general. One thing I did forget to show you is that the seats do swivel around, which is really, really nice, because we've sat here and played cards with my grandma and my dad, and it's just a really nice feature, and it's something that if you're going to get a van, I definitely suggest upgrading to the seats that turn around. And that's basically it. That's all I really have to say about this. Definitely do your research before you make a decision, to make sure that your vehicle comes equipped with everything you could possibly need on your adventures. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you giving me your time. As always, I hope you go out and find wonderful adventures, and please always update me if you go to the places that we've been. Let me know what you think of them, and we'll see you on the other side. I'm back. I forgot to talk about how the van van is holding up at the campsites. We have never run into any issues where we've gone. We've gone to some places that have had like pretty like small scary roads we've had to drive on, and it's performed really well. There was one spot that like I don't even know how to describe it. It felt like it couldn't quite get the traction it needed. But other than that, it's been really great. It's fit everywhere we've needed to go. It fits within like a regular parking spot. So we've used it as like a daily driver sometimes, where we've taken it grocery shopping, and you don't have to pack, or you don't have to park in like the far back of the shopping center, which is really nice. And then if you're going to be getting cold stuff, it has the fridge, which is really nice. So you can put your, milk and cheese and stuff like that in the fridge and continue on with your shopping without feeling rushed. And it does have a little freezer as well. It's pretty tiny, but yeah, so for real this time. We'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much for watching.